For decades, biology textbooks have told us a simple story. Aging is driven by free radicals. These unstable molecules, known as reactive oxygen species, bounce around and damage our cellular machinery, which is why the common wisdom is to constantly neutralize them with antioxidants. However, recent studies on yeast and microscopic worms called C. elegans revealed a startling anomaly. When scientists actively increased the amount of free radicals in these organisms, their lifespans actually increased. This suggests that a small amount of biological damage functions as a crucial alarm bell, waking up the body's internal survival mechanisms to begin repairing the cell. Our modern anti-aging framework relies on using antioxidants to shield our cells from stress, effectively silencing the exact mechanism designed to keep us young. Looking at global health achievements, life expectancy jumped from 46 years to over 70 as infectious diseases fell. But panning down to the challenges, we see the cost. We've prolonged the dying process, causing a spike in chronic diseases and straining healthcare. Right now, 1.3 billion people live with significant disabilities, and non-communicable chronic diseases account for 74% of all global deaths. We have engineered a way to keep humans alive longer, but we have trapped ourselves in a health span gap, spending our final decades chronically ill and frail. To understand exactly how the human machine breaks down, we have to look past global statistics and zoom in to the cellular level. The first failure point is telomere attrition. Telomeres are protective caps at the ends of our DNA strands, much like the plastic tips on shoelaces. Every time a cell divides, these caps shrink until the DNA eventually frays and the cell fails. The second hallmark is cellular senescence. In the top young panel, senescence normally prevents damaged cells from multiplying, a natural block against cancer. But as we age, accumulating zombie cells secrete inflammatory toxins that actively degrade healthy tissue. There is also the hallmark of mitochondrial dysfunction. The mitochondria are the cell's powerhouses, and as they become inefficient, they leak energy and fail to clear out the waste that keeps the cell running. The physical breakdown of aging follows a highly specific set of cellular failures that cascade throughout the entire body. While these cellular failures are biological, our modern environments and daily habits act as direct accelerators for these systems. A major driver is deregulated nutrient sensing. Because we live in an environment of constant food abundance, our cells stay in a state of perpetual growth, never pausing to repair themselves. Accelerators also exist in our social environments. Social isolation and a lack of motivation directly speed up cognitive decline and physical frailty. Sedentary lifestyles further compound these issues by increasing multimorbidity, the presence of multiple chronic diseases, which rapidly creates more toxic senescent cells. Through constant feeding, resting, and social isolation, we unknowingly program our bodies for accelerated decay. Reversing decay requires triggering our body's ancient survival networks. Looking at these behavioral factors, the protocol is clear. Fasting provides a biological scarcity signal, forcing cells to consume their own internal garbage to survive, a process called autophagy. Regular physical activity and endurance training directly target mitochondrial degeneration, repairing the cell's powerhouses and cutting the risk of chronic disease. The Mediterranean diet serves as a proven defense mechanism, using nutrient-dense foods to mitigate obesity and protect against neurodegenerative decline. Extending our health span relies on mimicking the natural environmental stressors our biology evolved to overcome. This forces us to challenge the ultimate aging myth, the idea that a long life requires avoiding all cellular stress and sheltering our biology. In reality, we are governed by mitohormesis, the biological law that the body requires acute, temporary stress to stay young. Exercise, fasting, and even those erratic free radicals rely on this biological logic, delivering a precise, calculated dose of stress to trigger a massive, rejuvenating survival response. We build true longevity as an active responsibility, constantly challenging our biology to rebuild itself stronger.